Let's discuss the few important methods of the string class in Java. Let's create a new class. Giving a class name that is string methods demo. Creating a public static void main method. Okay, and let's declare the string. Like let's say that string str is equal to this is a string. Okay, so one variable has been declared of type string, okay, and having a value, this is a string. Let's see the methods one by one. The first method which I'm going to discuss is the character add method, right, which has one argument, that is the integer argument. Okay, so this method basically returns the character at the particular location in the string. So suppose here if I specify the integer value 5 in this function with this particular string, okay, if this value is 5, okay, at that time for this string it will return the character I. Why I? Because it returns, sorry, the character I is there at the 5th location, right? So the location would start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th one is I. Okay, so let's see that what does it return. So let me write that the returns character from specific location. Okay, so let me write system.out.println and str dot character at, let's say, 5. Okay, so here let me just format the message. The message is character at location, not location but index 5 is, okay. Let's run the application. You can see the output that it is returning the character I at the location 5. Okay, now suppose if I change it to, suppose if I want to get this S, okay, so it is at the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10th location. So if I will type provide 10 over here, then it should return capital S. Okay, we are getting the capital S. Okay, let me show you one more usage of this. That suppose if I want to display the whole string but character by character on a separate line, okay, how can I do that? So for that I will be using a for loop. Okay, for integer I is equal to 0, I less than, okay, now here that what I want, that the string supposed to be string, sorry, this for loop supposed to be iterated for each and every string. Okay, so here what I require to do, I have to find out how many characters are there in this string. Okay, and for that I can use a function of the string called length. Okay, so I'm using a reference variable str dot length. Okay, this will return the length of string. So in this case, what is the length of string? It would be 4 plus 1 5 plus 2 7 plus 1 8 plus 1 9 plus 1 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Okay, so this str dot length would return 16, as there are total 16 character in the string. Okay, next that I have to specify I plus plus. Okay, and here I'm just writing this out, and here I'm not going to use println, but I will be using print, because I just want to print the string. Okay, but character by character. Okay, so here I'm writing that str dot character at index I. Okay, so that from every index the character would be printed on the console. Okay, means on the same line. Okay, let's run the application and let's see the output. So this is the output, that this is the, okay. Next important function is a substring function. The substring function returns the part of the string. Okay, it could be the beginning or it could be somewhere in the middle, right? So the substring function has two different variations. The first variation can have only one argument, and another variation has two arguments. Okay, so substring integer. Okay, here the first argument is the start index, and the second argument is the top index or last index. Okay, right? So let's try to understand the first one. Let's use in the system.out.println. Okay, so here I'm just giving the message that the substring is and str.substring, right? And I want to get only this portion from the string, from this given string. Okay, so what I will be doing here, my argument should be the index of this particular character. And what is the index of this particular? It is 10. Okay, so if I will specify 10 over here, what it will do, it will begin from the index 10, will take the character one by one. Okay, and it will print all the character over here, or it will return all the character after 10 as a part of substring. Okay, let me show you. Let me run this. See, we are getting the substring string over here. Okay, similarly, suppose if I want to get only this is as a substring, okay, at that time this particular method cannot be useful, because that it will take all the character from the starting index up to the end of the string. Okay, what I want to do, I want to start on a specific index and I want to stop at a specific index. So I'll be using this method. Okay, so let me use that in the system.out.println. Another substring is str.substring, starts from, this is the fifth one, okay, and it should end at the 7, not 6. Okay, so 5th comma 7. Let's run this. And here you can see this is the output. Another important method is the concat method. Okay, so if I want to concat two different strings, right, that method can be used. So let me use s out and demonstrate that. Example of string concatenation. Okay, so let's take one dummy string. Let's say the string is hello, is the string dot, I'm calling a method, sorry, I have to use the double quotes, so hello, then dot. Okay, let me use a method called concat, right? And here suppose if I'm writing space students, right? So what this will do, it will print hello student. Okay, you can have any string reference over here. I have taken the string literal over here. Okay, right? Let me run the application and let me show you hello student, right? Okay, then another important method of the string class is a split method, right? The split method returns the word inside a string, okay, based on the delimiter that you specify. Suppose if I want to extract individual word and store into the array of the string, then I can use the split method. Let me show you how I can use that. So let me declare a variable. This is the array variable I am declaring, which I haven't covered yet. Okay, but it's okay to use it right now. So string temp is equal to str.split, okay, and I want to split the words of the string with the space. Okay, so what will happen, that the string would return the individual words one by one, okay, and that individual word would be stored inside the string array, right? Okay, so let me show you that how this is going to work. Okay, so here this is the array. Now let's iterate the array with the help of for loop, that is for integer I is equal to 0, I less than. In Java there is a way to get the length of the array by using the length element. Okay, this length element is different from the length method. Okay, both are different things. Okay, so don't get confused with that. I plus plus and just s out. Okay, and here I'm going to create individual array element. Okay, right, let's run the application and let's see the output. So far we have seen that a few of the important methods of the string. Okay, let's discuss few more methods like the two uppercase and two lowercase. So let me show you that. Suppose you have a string in uppercase. Okay, so let's take the same reference, that is str dot, we have a method that is two uppercase. Okay, so what this will do, it will convert the whole string into uppercase. Let's run this and let's see the output. Here you can see this is the output that is in the uppercase. Okay, there is one more method, that is a trim method. Suppose if you have a string with some leading or trailing spaces. Okay, so how can we remove that? Okay, so here let me write the string after removing leading or trailing spaces, right? So consider that if you have this string, okay, some spaces, okay, and if you will call the trim method, then it will display only this word, means it will remove this leading spaces as well as the trailing spaces. Let me show you. See, we are getting only string, right? The last method, it is not the last method, there are so many methods, but the important method that you should know is the value of method, right? Let me show you. So suppose sometimes we require to convert the primitive type to the string. At that time we should use this method. The method name is the value of method. Okay, it can be used with any primitive type. Okay, like integer, float, double, anything. Okay, so let me show you that the string str3 is equal to, let's say, the value of method. Okay, and here suppose if I'm providing a 10, okay, so what will happen, that this 10 would be converted into string and would be stored over here, right? And this method, the value of method, is a static method of the string. Okay, that's why I have called this method with the help of class name. Okay, we will come back to this point, the static methods, later on. Okay, so now right now just let me print it. Okay, integer into string str3. Okay, let's run this and let's see the output. So here you can see this is the value 10 in a string, not, it is not in a integer. Okay, that's it for this video.